I love chocolate, and if you do too, especially if you've got a sweet tooth and you love fine gourmet chocolate, you are gonna love Andrew's ChocoNuvo, a worldwide breakthrough product. Gourmet chocolate, dark chocolate, good for you chocolate, organic fair trade chocolate, but it's chocolate that can help lower your cholesterol. With Plant Sterols, one of Mother Nature's miracles, you're helping to lower your cholesterol, you're having a wonderful treat. It's a great product to have for you, for the family, for all the time that we're gonna spend over the holidays. This is something we look forward to. And Andrew, today's special pricing is the best yet.
Yeah, and I have no trouble. I try to, when it comes to my other products, I speak in terms of science, so I don't necessarily speak in terms of superlatives. When you're talking about a chocolate product, obviously taste comes into play, and that's subjective. So each person is going to have their own opinion and their own taste. But I have no trouble saying that no matter what chocolate product you compare this on the market, no matter what dark chocolate you compare it to, this will be the best tasting. That we chose from all the best chocolate in the world, so we got hundreds of different types of chocolate from Africa, hundreds of different types of chocolate from Asia, hundreds of different types of chocolate from South and Central America. We chose South and Central America because it tends to be richer and less bitter. Some folks like that bite. I don't like that bite in my dark chocolate. I like richness without the bite. Also, our dark chocolate is low in sugar. We'll talk about that in a moment. But this chocolate, because of the cholesterol-lowering ingredient we add, because chemically it behaves in your mouth exactly like fat, but isn't fat. So it behaves like fat in your mouth in terms of mouthfeel and texture. When we add it to this chocolate to make it this powerhouse of cholesterol reduction, it makes it the creamiest dark chocolate in the world. So now you have a rich dark chocolate, but you have the texture of milk chocolate. Because I think the reason why most Americans prefer milk chocolate, right. I think the reason why they do is because it's creamy, because of all the milk fat that's in milk chocolate. So we have that same creamy texture of milk chocolate, but in a dark chocolate, because dark chocolate is where the health benefits are. In fact, most people don't know that the most concentrated source of protective compounds in our diet, it's in dark chocolate if we eat dark chocolate. It's a more concentrated source of protective compounds than green tea, a more concentrated source of protective compounds than, say, red wine, a more concentrated source of protective compounds than the different fruits and vegetables we might eat. So dark chocolate is an incredibly unique food. The clinical science and research on dark chocolate is remarkable. But what we've done is we've made dark chocolate not only palatable to the American consumer, not only enjoyable, but absolutely delicious. So if you read these reviews, I thought initially when I introduced this, because dark chocolate isn't a favorite, it's healthier, but it's not everyone's favorite, that I'd be lucky if say, 20, 30, 40% of our reviews would be 5-star, and maybe 60% of the reviews would be positive. So nope, this is another product with over 90% of the reviews being positive, and about 70% of the reviews being 5-star reviews for dark chocolate. Between 66, 74, 91% dark chocolate. 91 is almost 100% dark chocolate. So, and that's creamy too, not that dry, brittle texture of typical dark chocolate. And plus, I've rambled on too long here. We have a version of the 74% that has become our most popular, and that's our 74% cafe. So if you love a little bit of a taste of it's only 10% ground up, special, organic, free, fair trade coffee. So of course our chocolate is organic and fair trade as well, because if chocolate isn't fair trade, it means the people who grow it aren't being adequately compensated in Africa and Asia and South and Central America. But as you can see, that's either a 74 or the 91, 74. But it looks creamy. It doesn't have that white color of the brittle dark chocolate when you break dark chocolate. So it really is it's a treat. You could look at the best. If the holidays are coming around the corner, you can get the best dark chocolate. You can spend $1, $2 a square. My dark chocolate with that very expensive cholesterol-lowering ingredient, which lowers cholesterol substantially, my dark chocolate at about 40 cents a square is better tasting and obviously far more heart healthy than any of those other products, and it's low in sugar as well.
This is going to be one of those wonderful discoveries that you never knew existed, because we could spend the entire 15 minutes talking about how it tastes, because it really does taste like the best dark chocolate you've ever experienced. But as Andrew just pointed out, the fact that it is heart healthy, the fact that it will help lower your cholesterol is so big. So what about the options tonight? Well, Andrew mentioned you can choose 66%, 74%, or the 91% cacao. I love milk chocolate, and my favorite, therefore, is the 66%, okay? All of them are wonderful, none of them are bitter, but if you are already a dark chocolate lover, certainly go for the 74 or the highest, which is 91. If you do want to try the cafe version, which is amazing, that comes only in the 74%. So pricing, let's just quickly go to pricing, because it is the today's special. We've not seen this in so long because it doesn't ship over the summer because chocolate melts. There is a 30 serving, 60 serving, 180 or 360. Because so many of us are hibernating right now, especially as the winter months roll on in, you know, we like a little treat sometimes. 360 will serve you very, very well. Trust me, you'll work your way through it. $289.90 is what you would normally pay, as you would for gourmet chocolate. If you're able to order today, along with 18,000 other people, you get it for $149.90. So you're saving essentially the same as what you're spending. If you get it home, regardless of the size, even if you go for that largest size, if you get it home and you don't love it, of course, you can call us and talk about returning it for a refund of the purchase price. But we feel strongly that you will love it, which is why we kind of boast about the nearly 2,000 five-star reviews, which is amazing. I mean, Andrew, it's something most people would probably raise their eyebrows at, because nobody typically, unless you're an HSN customer, has ever heard of anything like this.
No, it's not something typical. A dark chocolate that lowers cholesterol. I mean, and substantially lowers cholesterol. We hear about how oatmeal and oat bran can lower cholesterol. It doesn't even come close to the cholesterol lowering power of this chocolate. We're talking about really 10, 15, 20% or more. And hopefully you make good dietary changes, you add fiber to your diet, and all of a sudden reduce, say, sources of cholesterol and saturated fats, and you could be getting the kinds of reductions that only would come with a cholesterol-lowering drug. And of course, this can be given to children. It's not a drug or a medicine. It works perfectly with any cholesterol-lowering drug. It could help you reduce the amount of the drug you might be taking. Of course, do that only working with your physician. But it is a remarkable ingredient, whether in terms of just the taste, because there's no dark chocolate in the world that tastes like this, or in terms of its ability to lower your total and LDL cholesterol. And I'm not exaggerating, I'm not kidding when I say it truly is the best tasting dark chocolate, because the best dark chocolate in the world, it's available to anyone if you're willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
So you can test all the best dark chocolate that come from Africa, that come from South and Central America, or comes from Asia. So, as I said before, we chose South and Central America. I found the absolute best dark chocolate. I was tasting for weeks on end, tasting dozens and dozens of varieties of chocolate. And this is what we ended up with, a tough job, exactly. And just what I wanted to point out, another thing, because our dark chocolate isn't inherently bitter, look at the levels of sugar. So in the 66, 74, 91, you're talking about 1.8, 1.4, or just 0.5 grams of sugar. So you're talking about a tiny fraction of a teaspoon of sugar in each square. To give you an idea how little that is and what an accomplishment that is, if you look at 25 calories of any of those other fruits, grapes, peaches, plums, apples, pineapple, oranges, blueberries, kiwi. Blueberries and kiwi we think of being low sugar. They contain multiple of the sugar per same amount of calories as ChocoNuvo. So it's pretty remarkable. And then when you compare it to vegetables, even vegetables, cauliflower, snap peas, onions, cucumber, things that we think of being extremely low in sugar, and they are, ChocoNuvo in all its forms is still substantially lower in sugar. So, and if you read the reviews, you'll read reviews that just talk about consistently from folks who didn't like dark chocolate, who prefer milk chocolate, and that this was truly a one-of-a-kind experience. So if you simply just want the best dark chocolate in the world, and getting a square at a great price, because they're not $1 or $2, it's only about 40 cents a square, and that you'll get a wonderful heart health benefit even if you don't care or don't want it, then you owe yourself a try. If you're a chocoholic, if you love chocolate, and there's hundreds of reviews from folks who call themselves that, and they fell in love with ChocoNuvo, and so will you.
I also love that it's low calorie. I love that it's individually packaged. I mean, I always have a few in my drawer here at work, you know, because again, when you feel like you need something, you pop one of these in and it really does the job. But it's nice that it's individually wrapped. It's nice that it's so delicious and tasty and good for you. If only everything in life was like that, right? But this really is the best tasting, creamiest, not waxy, not bitter. Ugh. This is gorgeous chocolate that really can help lower your cholesterol. I know there's only 8 minutes left. The night has gone way too fast. You have to try this. If you can answer the question, yes, if the answer to the question is yes in terms of do you love chocolate, then you have to try this, because this chocolate is better than anything else and it's better for you, so it's a win-win. Most folks that are shopping are going for these two sizes, which are, as you can see, 180 or the 360 servings. $2.89 and $1.59 is the normal price. If you're shopping right now, $99 and $1.49, so you save a tremendous amount. You will love it. You'll certainly eat your way through it. And as we get into all the holidays, from Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas to everything, you want to have some of this on hand. When you serve this up or you have this out for friends or family that come over, and I've already munched my way. This was a full plate a few moments ago. There's only 3 left. But when you have this on display and people can see it and try it, it's such a conversation starter. And Andrew, we can't forget the cafe. The new cafe is incredible.
And all we did, we tried all sorts of sophisticated ways to make this product. And then eventually, it was just a little experiment at home where I just ground up some coffee beans in a little coffee grinder and melted some chocolate in the microwave and blended it, and it worked. And of course, we then had to figure out how to do it in a proper production environment. But it was just that simple. So it's about 10% of the weight of the chocolate is the cafe, and it's organic fair trade coffee, not bitter coffee. So it's just a wonderful flavor combination. We're going to try to create some others in the future. You're free to give us your suggestions. That was one we had received. So it's amazing. The ChocoNuvo Cafe, it's everyone's new favorite. I had some more charts I was going to read. I had some reviews. And also, before I get into the reviews, that I think most of us don't know that that chocolate really, when the explorers first came to South and Central America, chocolate was something, the cacao bean was something that was being consumed in South and Central America, and it was brought back. And over the centuries, it's become sort of this sinful little treat. And of course, now we know that this sinful little treat isn't sinful at all. It's the most concentrated source of protective compounds imaginable. It's amazing how things change as we learn. So ChocoNuvo is simply, and why would I make a chocolate product? And it's interesting for 2 reasons. First of all, it's a great vehicle for our cholesterol-lowering ingredient, and that cholesterol-lowering ingredient is what makes ChocoNuvo taste like milk chocolate, have the richness of dark chocolate, the health benefits of dark chocolate, but the creaminess of milk chocolate. But also, all chocolate is, when delivered correctly, is a standardized extract of the cocoa bean. And that standardized extract of the cocoa bean, we do standardized extracts of turmeric. We do all sorts of standardized extracts. So this was kind of right up our alley. And to treat chocolate and to treat ChocoNuvo and cacao like the really important standardized extract that it is. So it's more than a yummy confection. It really is a concentrated source, the most concentrated source of healthy protective compounds in the human diet. So we'll do a couple of reviews here before we have to run along. No bitter taste. This chocolate is amazing. I've never tasted a 74% cacao that actually tastes creamy and delicious. Not bitter at all. I'm so impressed. I should have bought more when it was on Andrew's special. That's what today is. Thank you, Andrew Lessman, once again for a great product, and that's from Chrissy in California. The greatest snack ever. How did I live without this mini snack, dark chocolate without the thousands of calories? So awesome. I love the taste and texture, and it's as smooth as you described on TV. Thank you, Andrew. And again, it significantly lowers total cholesterol. We package it in little squares because little squares have also been shown, if you use that as sort of your dessert, to help you lose weight. So it's an interesting way to use chocolate as a healthy way to avoid cheating and to just feel satisfied after a meal. Dessert, yay. I have been using Cholesterol and ChocoNuvo with positive results in my lab work. I've been using 1 square after the 2 meals I eat each day as a dessert. Just what I was talking about. I even take them on a cruise and skip the fancy desserts many times. I like the 66% because I'm a milk chocolate lover. Andrew, I appreciate the way you do business and help others in need around the world. Paula Susan in Florida. Thank you, Paula Susan. Love this product. I'm a fan of dark chocolate, a coffee lover, and love a crunch. With that being said, I knew I couldn't go wrong. This product is delicious and definitely satisfies a sweet craving without going overboard. I usually order the 74% ChocoNuvo, so I'm glad the cafe flavor was paired with that. So that's the 74% ChocoNuvo Cafe. Well done, Andrew, from Nannon, Ohio. Yeah, if you love coffee and you love chocolate or love hot chocolate, you'll love it. We'll do one more. Absolutely the finest. What can I say? Andrew Lessman, you are the best vitamin maker and chocolate maker. I take several of your vitamins and eat your chocolate. I wouldn't take anything else. Yours are truly the finest. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. From Scooter in Nebraska. We'll do another. But again, our chocolate is hands down the best chocolate you'll find in the world.
It is.
As a lifelong dark chocolate snob, I'm admittedly hard to please when it comes to the dark stuff. I enjoy the 91% cacao from a variety of fair trade vendors, but you wowed me. And it's healthy. And it's healthy too. Your 91% is smooth as velvet, no bitter aftertaste, and a hint of real sweetness, not from some chemical junk, but from the nut itself. With this added to my cabinet, you have spoiled me forever in the best way. Thank you, Andrew, from Karen in Pennsylvania. Wow.
I mean, it's, again, a chocolate product, and you know how fussy we all are when it comes to foods, especially when it comes to dark chocolate. And really, Andrew and the team knocked it out of the park. That's what it is. It is our second of 2 today's specials. It is the day of the year to celebrate not only the best value, the best pricing, but Andrew's 24th anniversary. Most folks who are ordering, of which there are now nearly 20,000, have ordered that largest size. Remember, if you don't love it, you return it, but it certainly saves you a fortune if you're able to do it. Share this with friends and family. If you've got colleagues at work, you can even package some up together and gift these out to people you love. It certainly makes sense. If you love chocolate and you want something that's healthier for you, this is the way to go. Andrew, final words on our ChocoNuvo.
Tomorrow I'll read the reviews on cholesterol reduction because this really is a remarkable tool to lower cholesterol. It's not a drug, not a medicine. Your children can enjoy it too. If you're taking cholesterol-lowering drugs, it's all good. So it just happens